and I am the host of a little show called I Squish Yarn. We are new out here in the YouTube world. What this YouTube podcast is not about, it's not about makeup, obviously. Mine's kind of crazy. It's not about exercise or health food or diets. It's not ASMR, although I could squish some yarn and maybe somebody would like it. I don't know. I don't think it would really make a sound. And thought that I could just try it out, see how it goes. I am what I like to refer to as bistitchual. So I do mostly knitting, but I do some crochet with some experimentation in embroidery. But yes, my main focus is in knitting. Some of the things that I think that we'll be talking about are different projects I'm working on. The yarn of the month will happen. This is my yarn of the month this month, and it is very, very, very pretty, and I really enjoy it. I don't know if you know, but from this picture, but I really love purple. I really like blues and all that stuff. This one is actually a yarn of the month because this is Ba Yarn's February of 19. Oh, I don't know if you can see that here. Yep, February 19 La Jolla blend. I'm in love with it. It's going to be made into a very, very pretty something. I do have a project that I'm going to put it in, but I bought 2 skeins of it because I loved it so much. So I don't know what the extra skein will be yet, but as soon as I know, I'll let you know. What kinds of things do you think that I should do with this skein? I mean, a good fingering weight skein's always good for some socks or something, but I'd like to show it off. So the other project I'm making with it is a shawl. So we're going to have to try to figure that out. So if you have any suggestions, go ahead and put them on down below in the comments as to what you think this should be made into. I'm just really, really in love with it. It just has all the colors that I love. It has pinks, it has purples, it has blues, teals, aquas, a little bit of green in there somewhere. Just super pretty. And so that's why it's hanging on my wall as the yarn of the month. So a couple of other things. I'll just kind of make this video pretty quick because you guys are new and I'm new and we don't really know what we're doing. So some whips that I have going on right now. Oh my gosh. Did you see that? That's my cat. That's my cat Mushu. Hi, kitty cat Mushu. Oh man. Hi. This is my kitty cat Mushu. I've got lots of animals. And her name is Mushu because she has spots like a cow. Hi. Okay, so she probably doesn't want to be up here anymore. Nope. Anyways. So things that I'm working on, otherwise known as whips, my whips for this month. Currently I am working a couple of projects. Don't you love this bag? I got this at, I just went to the Minneapolis Vogue Knitting Live in November. It seems like it was yesterday, but it was a while back. I think it's because when I got back, then I was just like in gift knitting world, and I've been in it ever since. Our last Christmas celebration happened in February, so I legit was doing Christmas knitting actually started in the summertime, but basically from November through February. And so that is why it's taken me so long to get to this podcast. And I thought I have to get to that podcast or it's not going to happen. This bag's from Stephen B's store in Minneapolis, and it's beautiful and I adore it. I gave a lot of money to Stephen B that weekend. Pretty much all of my money. And speaking of which, this actually is yarn that came from his store, and it's my Andrea Mowry What the Fade, and it's made with Mad Tosh, and it's like a Mad Tosh sparkle. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get, it's kind of hard to get the glitter in pictures, so we'll get really close up maybe. Oh, you can kind of see the sparklies in it. So I'm almost done. I am going to work my little tail off to get these last. I think I've got 30-ish rows left. I started, I just cast on the A to go to the fade to the last section of all A. And I am so excited and I cannot wait for it to be done. A, because it's going to be just stunning and gorgeous and I'm so excited and obsessed with it. And B, because then I will feel better about casting things on. I'm kind of a monogamous knitter, or at least I used to be. And recently I've been having some casting on issues and casting on a lot of projects. And it always sounds like a really good idea at the time. And then I get, my cats are fighting. Then I get really overwhelmed about the amount of things I have on the needles. And it just makes me feel overwhelmed. It's weird how once you get them on needles, it's different than the stacks of totes of yarn that I have that I'm looking at currently. But I think it's because you've put them on there, so you feel like you need to get them off. So I'm just going to monogamously work on this project until it's all done. And then it's going to be done and off my needles, and I can stop thinking about it. But like I said, it is gorgeous. And it is true, when you find your fade, you know you have. I will put a picture here somewhere of when I found my fade, basically my face directly after I found it, and how super excited I was when I saw this purple glittery sparkly yarn when the doors first opened to the marketplace. I ran out and had to grab my friend who also kind of likes purple, and I'm like, you have to come see this because it is amazing and I am so in love. And then I found another one, and then another one, and then another one, and before you know it, I just have enough to make a whole What the Fade. So I was super excited. So that is my first project that I have going on. Another one that I just cast on, it is also from the yarn dog, it's also from Stephen B's, and it is also Mantosh. Apparently I was having a weekend. Let's see. Look how pretty those all are. It is started. It's not much yet. But this is the La Briohime cardigan by Leslie Ann Robinson, otherwise known as Knit Graffiti on Instagram, and I love all of her work, and I'm super in love with brioche. So this is going to be a cardigan, and I cannot wait to keep continuing on. It's got a really cool pattern. The main body will be that green color. So that is super fun. I haven't gotten very far on that one yet. Again, because this What the Fade is kind of, it's got my attention, that's for sure. Last thing that I'm really working on currently is, it's such a tiny little thing right now. But it is also a brioche project that I'm working on with my local yarn company or yarn store. And I don't remember what it's called. I'll have to post that somewhere. But it's a brioche knit along that we're doing. I bought these two, excuse me. I bought these two together to do it because I saw them side by side and I was like, oh my gosh, it's so amazing. And I think it's going to be really great. The other day I started kind of second guessing my purple choice. And not because I don't love purple, because I love purple. The problem is I love it a little too much. And so I might have a little too many purple things. And I don't know if you can tell, the lighting's kind of funky in here, but I'm a natural purple head. And when I have too many things that are purple, it looks kind of funny with my very purple hair. So anyways, I'm second guessing this. So good news is that I have a long way to go with this before I add in the second color. So I might be stash diving, which is always fun. That's a fun thing to do. So that's pretty much what I'm working on. I do have a sock somewhere on some needles that I'm working. I'm also going to post on here my 9 in 2019 because I'm going to use this channel and you guys to help me to keep on track with my 2019 9 and 19 challenge that we've all had going on Instagram. My What the Fade is on that. The La Brioheme is on that. So those are things I can start checking off. And I don't remember if the next big thing that I'm casting on was on there or not. I don't think it was. I kind of feel like we could switch things out. But, you know, I have those on there. So I'm going to really, really try and focus on doing that. The other good news is that the next couple of months is all pretty much knitting for me. I get to have some like selfish knitting time, which is fantastic. I really do love it. It also helps me go through my stash because those are obviously all yarns and things that I like. And so I don't have to think about what kind of things other people like or what size they are or what they need in their universe. I don't know. Which I usually really love. I actually have a huge thing and I just always give away my knits and I love doing it. Because I really love doing it. It makes me feel so good to be able to give somebody something so special. But I want a little something for this year. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me on this very first YouTube video. I know that it's sometimes a little bit of a struggle bus, so hopefully next time it won't be so rough. And